All right, everybody. Today's product training is going to be on the GTL. That's the Guaranteed Trust Life. We're going to be covering the Heritage Plan. That is their graded whole life benefit plan. This is a final expense plan. They have more than just whole life. They have quite a few products. I'm just learning out. We just got our contracting numbers with GTL, so we're good to go. My name is Joe Johnson. I'm going to be your host today. Michael, if you have any questions while we're rolling through, feel free to ask any questions you may have. First thing I want to do is cover what states that GTL is in. Sorry, California. I don't know what the deal is, but it must be tough to get appointed in California. Here is the list of the states that GTL is in, as you can see. So it's quite a few of them, over 40 something. Let me see, California. Are there any other states besides California? Looks like we got everything covered except for California, really. We don't do business in New York. But these are the approved states that GTL is in. I'm just going to highlight the plans real quick. First off, it is guaranteed premiums. Just like all the whole life products that we sell, these are guaranteed premiums, guaranteed never to change for as long as the coverage is in place or as long as your client's making premium payments. The benefits are guaranteed, just like a regular whole life product. It's a very easy application process. In fact, let me do this. Let me get a highlighter. Okay, like I was saying, it's a very easy application process, guys. One thing I will tell you with this product, there is not a paper application available. You either use a computer, you can use your laptop or desktop from home, as an example, if you're selling over the phone, or if you're seeing the client face to face, you can either use a tablet or you can actually use your phone. There's an app that you can download where you can actually do the application right from your phone. It's very, very simple. Issue ages, check this out. They go as low as age 40 all the way to age 90 for issue ages. And the rates are pretty competitive as well. You can go down as low as 25,000 all the way up to 25,000. Now, it is a graded death benefit for the first 2 years. If the client passes away in the first year, it's return of premium plus 5%. But check this out. If they die in year 2, it's 50% of the face amount, which is pretty good. That's a lot better than most of any of your regular, like let's say guaranteed issue products. And if they die in the 3rd year, once they've been in the policy for over 2 years, it's 100%. And of course, for accidental, if your client were to pass in the first 2 years, they get 100% coverage for accidental. Okay. Now keep in mind, the name of this company is Guaranteed Trust in Life, but this is not a guaranteed issue product. It's a graded. There are some health questions that go along with it. There's only 5. It is an accept reject application. So if they answer yes to any of those 5 questions on the application, please do not submit the application. However, there is no underwriting. They don't run an MIB and they don't run a prescription check. Okay, if your client were to pass away prematurely within the first 2 years, yes, they're going to automatically run an MIB, prescription history, probably pull medical records, get an APS just to make sure that the client did not lie on the application. But they are not running any type of medical check. As far as payments, ACH only. Clients have to have a bank account, either a checking or a savings account to get to move forward with this product. They don't accept credit cards or the Direct Express card. It can be sold remotely. So if you have a client, remember we're face to face. But if you have that client in particular who, just absolutely because of COVID does not want you to come out to see them, yes, you can sell this over the phone. Here's what I will tell you: if you're selling the product over the phone and you're going to do the application through your computer, there is a voice verification process that needs to be done, not a phone interview. They're not going to ask the client any health questions. It's just a phone. There's a number you call in, and the client basically just states their name, date of birth. I think maybe their social security number. It's just a verification that they're alive, basically, and the policy gets issued. If you're selling it face to face, there's no verification done. You simply just submit the application electronically, and it's all done. As far as commissions go, commissions are more competitive than your typical, let's say, guaranteed issue product. Most of our guaranteed issue products are in the 50 to 60% range. Okay, commission levels on this are 75%. So they do offer a hierarchy type structure. They have commission levels that go all the way down to 40%. Okay. We're just not gonna do that with this particular product. First off, it's not a product that you're gonna be selling a lot of. It's not gonna be your number one go-to product. You're gonna sell it here and there. So what we feel is best is that we're just gonna offer the top compensation, is that everybody that wants to get this product is gonna come in at a 75% commission level, no hierarchy, okay? If you are a team builder and you have at least 5 agents that are writing business, you can get an 80% commission level, so you get a 5-point bump. Now, when I say 5 agents, I mean 5 agents that are actually writing business, not just 5 contracted agents. That's pretty easy. You need 5 agents that are submitting business on a weekly or monthly basis, and like I said, you get an 80% contract, and you're going to get a 5% override. Other than that, everybody's coming in at the exact same level at a 75% commission level. And with this particular product, there is a 6-month advance, which is better than your typical guaranteed issue product. Most of those only pay as earned. Just-in-time appointment, so you officially get appointed when you write your first piece of business. However, when we do submit it, you will get your writing number. You will have access to the quoting tools. You'll have access to the training, everything you need on the back end of the GTL website. What else do we have? Okay, here are the 5 health questions. Number 1, this is going back in the last 24 months. If your client is on kidney dialysis, reject. If they're on continuous use, it says requires 24-hour of oxygen, they're not going to qualify. CPAP doesn't count, or I guess maybe if they have oxygen but they only use it once in a while, I guess that would be okay as well. If they have an implanted defibrillator, not a pacemaker, but a defibrillator. Defibrillator is different than a pacemaker. Or if they have received or been advised to receive an organ transplant in the last 2 years, that's the first knockout question, okay? The second knockout question is Alzheimer's or dementia. Not going to qualify. Remember, this is not guaranteed issue, but it's close to it. There's only 5 health questions. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is that if they are currently diagnosed having received treatment for invasive cancer, okay? So if they've had cancer, but they're not currently receiving any treatment for it anymore, in other words, that they were cured, let's say, they finished up their last, cancer treatment, they can qualify for the coverage. There's no 2-year look back. It's just saying they don't want to insure people that are currently going through cancer treatment, and that's invasive cancer treatment. So if it's like, squamous cell or basal cell type of cancer, or even stage A prostate cancer, they would still qualify for this product, okay? The fourth knockout question: if they are currently bedridden, confined to a hospital, nursing home, mental care facility, long-term care facility, hospice, or has been diagnosed with a terminal illness, okay, don't want to write them. And then the last one is AIDS, don't want to write them, okay? So those are the only health questions. There's no height and weight chart on this product. Moving on, Michael, do you have any questions so far? All right, chargebacks.
I'm sorry, Joe. This is about, Joe, I'd say this is probably about the closest to guaranteed issue without being guaranteed issue out there. What another phenomenal product and another great arrow in our quiver here, but amazing.
Yeah, especially I like the issue ages.
Yes.
And the fact they don't actually run an MIB or prescription history. Chargeback.
That's unheard of.
You only get charged back on the first year. If your client dies in the first year, you get charged back. If they die after year one, you're in the clear. There's no chargebacks, which is good.
Wow.
Now, this company is not fooling around when it comes to placement and persistency. Okay. So if your persistency falls below 60%, or a placement rate of 70%, you're going to get a warning. If you don't get it better, if you don't turn it around, you're going to get terminated. Okay. So we are looking for good business, because if you're writing bad business, that's going to affect us. And the MGAs and FMOs can also be terminated as well if we're writing a bunch of bad business. So that's why we're big believers and really believe in selling face-to-face, because in most cases, that's the business that's going to stick. Selling over the phone, it seems easy and convenient, but at the long run, it really doesn't pay off trying to sell over the phone. Sell face-to-face. Get your placement and persistency up. All right, with that, Michael, what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to cover how to sell it using the mobile app. Now, if you're selling, remember, there's no paper application. You can print a paper app if you want to, just so you have a copy of the health questions. But when you actually go to submit the application to the carrier, there is no paper applications allowed. What you need to do once you get appointed is you need to go to the App Store and you need to download this app. It's the GTL mobile app. You will not have access to the quoting tool until you get your agent number. And here's the reason why. Is because their mobile app is not just a quoting tool, it's also a submitting tool. That it's one of the very few carriers that you can actually submit an application from your smartphone or a tablet. So this is what it looks like. These are screenshots that I took off of my phone. Once you download the app, you just want to put in your username and your password that you're going to set up off of their website. Then you're going to select the product that you want to sell. So I'm going to click here, submit, quote, and submit. Now, what you're going to notice is that, and we're not going to get into all the different products that they have, but GTL has more than just whole life insurance. They also have cancer and heart attack and stroke coverage as well. That looks pretty good. If I can do it, if I can pull it off, I think we'll try to cover that maybe next week. So in this example, what I'm going to do is on my phone, I'm going to click right here. That's going to take me to the next screen where I'm simply going to put in my client's name. This is handy. What I normally would do is go ahead and put in their full name, because if you're going to move forward, that way it's already in there. You can go right into the application. Male, female, date of birth, effective date. When do you want the first premiums to start? Put in the state that you're in. Click next. Select your product. So here we're going to select the Heritage plan. And as an example, I just put in a client. I had a, what is this? I think, oh, let me go back here. This is a 65-year-old male, put in for $10,000. Premiums are $79, 79.83. Okay. And then if I want to go ahead, I close the client. All I got to do is submit right or click right here, apply now, and just simply follow the screens and fill out the rest of the application, social security number, beneficiary information, and all that. That's it. I mean, it's a very, very, very simple plan. In addition to having the whole life, we're not gonna do a whole training on it right now, but I'm just gonna tell you, Michael, they got a really cool. It's a cancer plan with a heart attack and stroke rider. So
Wow.
you can sell the cancer plan individually, or you can sell the cancer plan with heart attack, stroke. Yeah, cancer. Yeah, heart attack and stroke. Okay, and you can do it right from your phone. The same app that you use there. It's pretty cool. And here's the reason why I think this is cool, is that what a great product to have in your back pocket when you're going out to see the client that maybe already has a whole life policy, and you do a review and man, they're good. Like they really don't need any more coverage. They've got a great whole life policy, and they don't really need to add anything. How about just asking the simple question? Okay, well, great. It looks like you're totally set with your final expense coverage. You've got 15,000. That's more than enough. Out of curiosity, Mr. and Mrs. Client, who do you have your cancer, stroke, and heart attack coverage with? Well, what do you mean? I don't have that coverage. So what's great about this coverage is that it's an insurance policy that you don't have to die to be able to use. In fact, if you look at the averages, most people don't die from their first heart attack. A very large percentage of people, if they have a heart attack, stroke, or get cancer, they're gonna survive. So this would be a great in addition to be able to add. Now, keep in mind, you do need to have a health insurance license in order to sell this product. But there's no additional contracting. So once we submit your contracting for the Heritage Life, you'll automatically be able to sell this cancer plan. And they've got a couple other like hospital indemnity plans that we can take a look at as well. But just a couple of things I wanted to cover on this very quickly on the cancer plan. And like I said, maybe next week we'll cover this in more detail. It's very flexible as far as the benefits and the choices that you do. You can go, if you're between the ages of 18 and 65, you can go up to $75,000 of coverage. And this is almost immediate coverage. Once you're approved, once the application is approved, the coverage kicks in 30 days after. So they have to be in the policy for at least 30 days, but then it's immediate coverage. And look at this, if your clients are between the ages of 66, gosh darn it, all the way up to 90, you can get up $50,000 of coverage. Guys, issue ages all the way to 90. Pretty impressive. And they also have children's riders and coverage for children as well. You choose the amount that you want to do. Rate classes, it's only male, female, or children. There's no tobacco, non-tobacco. So if you got that client who smokes like a fiend, and everybody else in their family smokes, and they got a history of people getting lung cancer from smoking, this would be a great policy to sell them because they don't get rated up even if they're smoking 2 packs a day. It will also pay an additional 25% lump sum for experimental treatment. So let's say your client gets diagnosed with some type of cancer. Maybe it's kind of a rare form of cancer, and there really aren't a lot of treatments available, but maybe through Mayo Clinic or different places, there's some experimental treatment, they can actually get an extra 25% payout for experimental treatment, which is pretty cool. There's only a couple of health questions. I'm not going to go through all the health questions, like I said, but what I also like about this is that depending on the coverage, there's very limited background check for MIB and prescription history. So as you can see, is if your clients are between the ages of 0 and 65, if the face amount is less than 50,000, there's no MIB, there's no prescription history, and there's no PHI. If they want to get over 50,000, there's still no MIB, I'm sorry, but they're going to do a prescription history and a phone health interview just to ask them a few health questions. If they're over 66, all the way up to age 90, they can still get just under 35,000, Michael, no MIB, no prescription history, and no PHI. Pretty crazy. And then if they want to get over 35,000, there's it doesn't look like they do an MIB for any coverages at all, just a prescription history check. Let's see. Okay, well, that's it for that. The one slide that I thought I had up here, hang on, maybe I misplaced it. Let me just go through here. No, okay. So the last thing I wanted to, let me see if I have it here. No. All right. I guess I forgot to put the slide up that I wanted to on this cancer policy. I think the best part of this whole program is the fact that they offer return of premium up to age 70. So what's great about this is that if you're dealing with a client that's anywhere from, whatever, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up to age 70. So they could be 69 plus, that you can offer them on this product, on the cancer, heart attack, stroke insurance, is that you can offer them return of premium. And there's a different varieties of return of premium. There's 3 different levels. They could do it where I believe it's it's either 20 year, 15 year, age 85, or upon death. What's great about this, especially if your client already has, let's say, life insurance, and let's say you sell them a heart attack, stroke, cancer policy, and let's just hypothetically, let's say the premiums are, I don't know, let's say they're $50 a month, just as an example. $50 times that's $600 a year. And hypothetically, let's say they're 60 years old, and let's say they keep the policy for 30 years, never make a claim on it, and they end up passing away. Well, times 30, their family's going to get a check for $18,000 tax-free. That's pretty crazy. So this is a really, I think, a great product that can be a great complement to the final expense products that we're already selling. So let me check our time here real quick. Man, it looks like we got through this a little bit quicker than I thought, which is great. So Michael, with that, I think we'll just end the call a little bit early today, unless you have anything else you want to add before we sign off.
I just think the biggest thing is believe in yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. As we always say, Joe, life a lot of times is about being at the right place at the right time. Everyone in our listening voice right here, you are at the right place at the right time. You're in a recession-proof business where 10,500 people turning 65 a day. Do not miss this opportunity in life. I tell you, a mentor of mine, Joe, told me something so important so many years ago. He defined the word poor for me. And poor stands for passed over opportunities repeatedly. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't pass over this opportunity. You have the most important piece of the puzzle, and that is the #1 final expense coach in the country, Joe Johnson, at your disposal. I'm begging you, do not miss this opportunity to create generational wealth for your family. is here for you in a recession-proof business. So with that, everybody, as we sign off, as always, you're in business for yourself. You're just never by yourself. We always like to have a call to action on every one of these calls. And that call to action is, ladies and gentlemen, get on the phone with us. Let's discuss your business. If your name is Jane Doe, let's discuss strategy for the Jane Doe business today. Reach out to me or Joe Johnson. We'll set that strategy call up for you, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to do this alone. Senior Solutions will be there with you every step of the way. Back to you, Joe.
All right, absolutely. All right, everybody, thanks for being on the call. If you are interested in getting contracted with GTL, contact myself or Michael or your upline manager, and we will get your contract submitted ASAP. Everybody have a great weekend. God bless.
God bless everybody. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.